Hello, this is Adam again, and this is the second continuation of the first question and answer. Um, all right, so continuing where we left off with the fruit. Um, how berries, something that you want, apples, pears, grapefruits, stuff like that, pineapple, banana, mangoes, treat fruits right there, and whatnot. Okay, so moving on from fruits, we are now going to go to grains. Grains with fruit is also an interesting one. The reason why is because there's actually, what I'm about to tell you, it actually may be contrary to some, what you've formerly believed, so, or previously believed. So, when it comes to grains and whatnot, the difference uh, between white flour and whole wheat flour in terms of health, or I mean, not just health, but like fat gaining. Really, there's no difference. The reason why is because white flour has the same glycemic index as whole wheat. Um, and the reason why is because the whole wheat is ground into a flour. The only way to get um, the whole wheat is actually eat the fucking whole wheat, but no one's doing that. So, um, but if you have to have bread, the best bread to eat, the one that I personally eat, and I'm going to be using it tomorrow morning for the breakfast. I'll leave it a surprise what I'm doing, but I'm going to be using Ezekiel bread for the recipe that I'm doing. Um, Ezekiel bread is great. It's a flourless bread. Um, it very hearty. No preservatives. You actually have to keep it in the freezer because if you leave it out, it'll go bad because there's no preservatives in it. But you just take out slices as you want, and the slices thaw in like 5-10 minutes, so it's no problem. Um, but yeah, Ezekiel bread's great. If you want to stick to bread, stick to that. Um, in terms of grain, other grain, oatmeal is great. That really is the whole wheat is really it. Um, because oatmeal is good, low glycemic index, and it's a good carb. I like it. Um, I don't eat oats. I mean, I like it for the nutritional value. I don't eat it that much just because I really don't like the taste of oatmeal, and not just that. I don't like the texture either. It's just like it's mush. It's like eggs too. I actually surprisingly, I mean, I eat eggs just because it's the most bioavailable form of protein. But whenever I do eat eggs, it's like force fed because I can't stand it. It's like eating fucking snot. It's just nasty. But often I'll do hard boiled eggs a lot. That's actually I can tolerate hard boiled eggs. That's what I do uh, more often than not. Um, so yeah, oats I are great. So if you like it, you can doctor it up with fruits that I've mentioned, so like berries, strawberries. You can put those slices in there, apple slices, and just doctor it up and make it not taste so blah. Um, and I'm actually experimenting with various things for oatmeal, so I can find something that tastes good, and then have another recipe that I can post. Um, yeah, that's what I do. I just do kind of trial and error stuff until I find something that's awesome. Um, Otherwise, yeah, stick to like brown rice. Stay away from the white rice. Again, just because of the glycemic index thing. Unless you're having a post-workout carb to restore the glycogen. In that case, you can have like a white starch. Um, and going to like other starches like potatoes. Again, you refrain from the white. Avoid when if it's white, just avoid it. So you want to stick to really just like hearty, grainy kind of stuff. You know what I mean? Um, or just basic brown rice. Brown rice is good. That's probably my two my two prime carb sources, other than green vegetables and fruit, would be brown rice and either black beans or chickpeas. Those are my prime carb sources. Um, but yeah, so when it comes to foods to avoid for grains and wheats and stuff, yeah, bread is evil. Bread is evil. That is yeah. All right. Foods to avoid. I can skip through junk food and stuff like that because that's obvious. All right, next question. This question is in regard to cheat days. The message they didn't really specify, so I'm just gonna say what I do personally for cheat days. Um, First of all, drop the term cheat day. Okay, it should be cheat meal. Okay, you should not be eating since as you know, as a bodybuilder or a men's physique competitor or just somebody who wants to build muscle, you know that you have to eat a lot more frequently, not the standardized 3 meals a day, breakfast, lunch, and dinner. You need to have, your just 6 meals, 6 to 8, or five to eight. Um, I usually get around 6 to 7, depending. Um, but when it comes to, so yeah, like I was saying, since you're eating 6 times a day, and if you have a cheat day, you're implying that every meal is going to be a cheat one, and that's 5 to 8 potential meals that you're going to eat that are just going to be shit. So um yeah, stick to cheat meals. Don't deprive yourself. Allow yourself cheat meals, like like I usually do like 2 to 3 a month. um and when I do, I'll space it out for like my favorite junk foods. So, um, my favorite fast food restaurant is fucking Taco Bell. So, one of the meals, if I have a cheat meal, I'll go there if that's what I'm craving. Or a lot of the times too, there's a lot of cheat stuff that I home cook, that tastes really good, that I prefer over just going out to eat. Um, like I make a lot of the flounder. I make pan fried flounder, like Lenny and Joe's kind of style. For those who know, Lenny and Joe's is fried fish. Um, but yeah, so that's what I do generally for cheat days. I see some people tend to have cravings more towards like sugary stuff, like cakes and cookies and stuff like that. And then some people have more of a tendency to lean towards like salts and carbs and stuff like and fried foods and stuff like that. See me, my cravings are more often than not for fried foods. I can pass up on like a lot of sweets because it's I've built up such a tolerance to sugar from avoiding it so long. Sugar is actually like a drug. The more you eat, the higher tolerance gets. So the more you eat to accommodate to your taste buds. Um, and when you stop, your resistance goes down. So stuff starts to taste a lot sweeter. That's why when I mentioned like blackberries are like my candy, it's true. They're so sweet to me. Even with like 9 grams of sugar per cup of blackberries, that's still just like little morsels for me. So that's the sweets that I need. In terms of sweets, the only my favorite sweet is carrot cake. So that's not, in terms of like cheat meal, that's not that bad. But it's cake nonetheless. If it has the asterisk cake on it, it's a fucking cheat. It's cheating. But yeah, so that's usually what I do. But yeah, like I said, most of my cravings come from salts and like fried foods. So like Taco Bell, I fucking those volcano nachos, man. Oh man. Um, but yeah, so no cheat days. Don't do cheat days. Don't do cheat days. Not unless you're like a professional IFBB bodybuilder, which in that case you wouldn't be watching this video. So this is more for beginners or people looking for that. Um, so yeah, moving on. Does green tea really boost metabolism? In fact, it does. Um, the thing about green tea though is for you to actually acquire noticeable weight loss from green tea, you need to drink a lot of it. Like a lot. I mean, minimum you want 4 cups of green tea a day. And that's just green. I drink a lot of tea. I'm a big tea drinker. I don't like, I might drink coffee, but I drink a lot more tea. I'm definitely a tea drinker over a coffee drinker. So I drink like 7 to 8 cups of tea a day, 4 or 5 of which are green, and then the last 2 are usually like chamomile or a relaxing herb tea to help me get to sleep. Um, but the green tea, yeah, green tea really boosts your metabolism. It has a caffeine content. Caffeine boosts metabolism, raises the heart rate, burns fat. and also has a lot of antioxidants in it, which are aid in which just aid in removing toxins, and that's important for fat loss because it may not directly affect your fat loss. It indirectly affects it in a way because your body, the last thing your body's really worried about is putting on muscle and losing fat. That's like a personal conquest. That's not where your body's main goal is, to keep your ass healthy, and so so if you have a lot of toxin buildup, your body is going to be wanting to rid the toxins. It's not going to be carrying. Its number one priority won't be building muscle and burning fat. Its primary concern will be removing the toxins from your body, which is why I drink a lot of detox stuff. Like it's nasty. I'll post it tomorrow in tomorrow's video what I do in the morning for the detox thing. It's pretty nasty, but it's worth it. It definitely cleans out your system, and I ever since I started drinking them, I do feel a lot better. So yeah. But when it comes to antioxidants too, one thing that you need to keep in mind about green tea is you do not drink it with milk, because for some reason, scientific reason that I don't fucking know, the casein protein, which is the slow digesting protein in milk, actually inhibits the antioxidants of green tea to take effect in the body. So avoid milk in synergy with green tea, and just drink green tea by itself. Or if you need to have like a milky thing, drink almond milk. It's like a fraction of the calories and sugars and shit like that. Um, all right. So yeah, drink green tea. It's good. Also curbs appetite too. That's a little bonus as well. Um, there was a study conducted saying how subjects who were drinking green tea with their meals generally ate less. They felt satisfied or full faster than if they were drinking water. So it's actually, if you want to help appetite suppress, so you can eat less calories, add green tea to your regimen. All right. Next question. How long does it take to be bodybuilder big? I mean, that's when you ask me that, I'm assuming you mean like professional level, like those big motherfuckers, because you can have, like there's a lot of different looking bodybuilders. Like you have the natural weight, the lower weight classes and stuff like that. So the different bodybuilders, 210 bodybuilders can look different than a 290-pound bodybuilder, So, but like I said, when you say bodybuilder big, I'm assuming that you mean like the professionals like Kai Green, Phil Heath, and shit like that. Which in that case, years and years and years and years of work. Um, it really takes them a long time to get that. Not to mention the drugs and all that other stuff too. So, um, yeah. But naturally, you can just keep working. It's a long process. It takes years. It takes years to get bodybuilder big. It took me about 2 years to get like really big for bodybuilding, to bulk up to the weight that I wanted to be as a bodybuilder, and I got up to like 230 pounds. I was a big dude, and then I decided to go to Men's Physique, and I leaned down a lot, and now I weigh about 180, and I feel a lot better. So yeah, it takes time. Probably have time to answer. Actually, no, I don't. Actually, yeah, quick workout, 20 minutes. Quick answer. Can you get a quick workout in 20 minutes? Sure, you can. You can do cardio for 20 minutes. And then if you want to do weights, you can just do like a CrossFit style thing where you run circuits and just go from one exercise to the next for 20 minutes, and that'll burn you out pretty quick in 20 minutes. So, yeah, that's how you get the quick workout in. The quickie. But all right, until the next video, sayonara.